long time since the Braves have made it this far, Sheba.
Our Jeff Hollinger has covered the Braves for, so many years. But Jeff remembers, right, Jeff? So some are saying this season feels like deja vu.
Yeah, I mean, I've been covering since they were in Boston back in the 1920s. That's how long it's been, really.
It's the 1920s.
All right, thank you for the courtesy laugh on that stupid line. 26 years ago, the Braves claimed the World Series for the first time since they moved here from Milwaukee in 1966. And the 95 team began slow, came on late. Does that sound familiar at all? And all these years later, it is one of the major headlines of the franchise. So much regular season greatness that we saw. The greatest starting pitching staff of the 20th century. A Hall of Fame managers and players, a great owner, and only one title at a time when Major League Baseball's team of the 1990s rolled into the 2000s, and the teams that they took on in the NL were neither unique or historic. So here we are, and that Saturday night in late October is mythic. From the home run of David Justice to Tom Glavine to Ryan Klesko hitting .313 in the postseason. And it was a team Atlanta Metro knew very well. I mean, we knew Tom Glavine the way that we would know any of our friends, it seemed. Ryan Klesko, the same way, who was such a powerful hitter. And David Justice, who had such a strong personality and so much talent. You know, Game 6, there we are at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium before the game. And then, of course, that next Sunday, the world champions, Falcons, were getting ready to take on the Cowboys at the Georgia Dome. I remember feeling slightly hungover, not from alcohol, but just being kind of tired, but showing up for a Falcons game the next day, and it had a totally different vibe about it. So, you know, it is an interesting time. Also, here's some pictures. There's Jock Peterson, okay? And he looks a lot like Johnny Mize from Demorest, Georgia, one of the greatest players of the 20th century from Demorest, Georgia, the Big Cat, Baseball Hall of Famer. The resemblance between those two guys is pronounced. Mr. Mize discovered by Branch Rickey, who signed Jackie Robinson.
Wow.
And then Mr. Rickey sent his brother to Helen, Georgia to watch the Big Cat play. He did not wear pearls. He just crushed baseballs. But the similarity between those two, at least facially, is pronounced.
They look like the same guy. I mean, they really do.
And with the way Peterson has played during the postseason, he's looked like Johnny Mize, but Mize was an amazing player.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here we are. I also brought something from my basement. And this is always a good luck piece, so I trotted out for this week. It is Standard Clubhouse issue, 1992, when the Braves won the National League Championship Series. I wore this hat. It was covered in champagne while I interviewed Sid Bream of the famous slide after being driven in by Francisco Cabrera. So I trot this out as a sacred relic of the history of Atlanta baseball.
That explains the staining right there.
You can see
it is powerful, it has karma, and it will help get the Braves over the Astros. I truly believe that.
Does it still fit?
Well, we can try. You know, I've still got big hair,
No, please.
but I'm more than willing to wear it.
Okay, I say you wear that for the entire World Series as
I say
good luck.
I don't.
I say you do.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Jeff.
Jeff.
We really appreciate that. Okay, so first pitch for Game 1 is at 8:09 Eastern time tomorrow night. Once again, Game 1 and 2 will be in Houston, Texas. Then Games 3 and 4 in Atlanta. Game 5 if necessary.